For the sign of Sagittarius, hello and welcome to my channel. Let's see what's going on for the sign of Sagittarius. What is the overall energy for the sign of Sagittarius? Just remember, the top cards, they're paired with the bottom cards. The decks that I use for this reading, I'll have them listed in the description box below. I've already pre-shuffled, and I will be using 2 oracle cards for your oracle advice. They're the 2 cards that are to the very far left side of the screen. Then I'll go through the past, present, challenge, and outcome. So Sagittarius, we have I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. And then we have presence. On the flip side of the presence card, it says bring your mind into the present moment. Now is truly the only place to be. So what these 2 cards are basically saying is that when you let go of the past, or there could have been a situation or a person that you finally let go of, and it was a great experience to release this person, because the first time, it was the very first time that you could actually not despise that person or resent that person, but for the first time you could actually see this person with the eyes of love, instead of hating them for any mistakes they made. And who knows what happened, maybe you got forgiveness, or maybe they forgave you, but it was a relief to finally let go and feel love for whatever person that you were dealing with. And being that presence is your other oracle advice, this experience, it brought your mind into the present moment, and you realize that now is really truly the only place to be, and it was the best place for you to be, and you knew that letting go of a situation was the thing to do. So that is your oracle advice. So let's move on over and take a look at the recent past. Now we have the High Priestess, and then we have the 3 of Cups. So with the High Priestess, it's a very spiritual card. It could have some sexual overtones. It can mean that you're in a phase where you could have been, in the recent past, you could have been more physically attractive to others. Now this card is tied to the moon, to femininity, to inspiration. This would have been a time to rely on your intuition and your inner knowledge rather than your conscious mind or intellect. It would have been also important for you to pay attention to your dreams at that time. So keeping a dream diary or a journal would have been a good idea. Now when you're asking questions about love and relationships and you get the High Priestess, it's a magical, mystical time for love, for anyone interested. If you are a woman, you could find people literally throwing themselves at you. The problem is that you'll attract both the good, the bad, and what do they say? The good, the bad, and the ugly. So it's not going to be, well, it would, since we're talking about the past, it wouldn't have been easy to tell which is which. Also, you probably had the power of femininity at your disposal at that time, and at first glance it probably seemed great. So this High Priestess, it's paired with the 3 of Cups. Now this 3 of Cups, it's considered to be a card about reunions. But this is not always a romantic union. Not always, but it could be. It's a reunion in its broadest sense about running into someone or something that you've been away from for a long time. It's considered to be a happy reunion and very upbeat. It can also mean celebration, your own or someone that you care about, such as a celebration around a new baby, wedding, or any happy occasion. Now, when the Three of Cups talks about love and relationships, this card, it can mean a reunion with a long-lost love. It does not always indicate that. So, to decide whether it fits that interpretation, well, you have to see what the rest of the reading is, and then you can determine that. But if you're single, Sagittarius, we have some single listeners, the most likely interpretation is that you'll meet a likely love soon. Someone who really fits the bill of the person that you've been looking for, and that this person probably will be a new love. If you're if this is for the single listeners, and it probably someone, well, it's probably a new love and not someone that you used to be with. Once again, that part is only for singles. So if you're not, well, I guess you will be single, but this card is about rejoicing, happiness, friendship. Okay, so with these two cards paired together for your recent past, we have the High Priestess and the Three of Cups. And they're basically saying that this High Priestess could be someone that was coming toward you at that time, or someone that you knew, or it was just basically a magical, mystical time for love for you, and a lot of people were attracted to you in the recent past. And with that came along probably more than one reunion, a lot of get-togethers, and a lot of celebrating. People were drawn to you, they were attracted to you, and you were probably invited to a lot of different events and occasions, happenings, and a lot of affairs of different types. So it was a time of rejoice, happiness, and friendship in the recent past. So let's move on down to the present time. We have the Queen of Cups, and then it's paired with the Lover's card. Now, this Queen usually indicates a woman who will be very helpful to you at this time. She reminds us to bring love and compassion to our work, and that's possible even if we work in a factory with objects all day rather than people. Also, things are probably better in your working world when this card appears in your reading. It's probably better, much better in your working world than you're realizing. Now, this Queen of Cups is paired with the Lover's card. The Lover's card is associated with the astrological sign of Gemini, the twins. It's possible that you're feeling ambivalent about a relationship or a situation in your life. It could be that your heart is telling you one thing and your head is telling you another. The thing to do is, within the bounds of your morality, is to follow your heart. Some people say there are only two modes that any of us are operating under at a time, and that's fear or love. So when you get the Lover's card, it's pretty much saying that it's safe to choose love. So with these two cards paired together for your present time, the Queen of Cups and the Lover's card, there's a lady, a woman, could be your mother, could be your person that you're dealing with, it could be your sister, a relative. She's very loving and compassionate. That's her energy. Okay, and like I said, she's either coming towards you or she's already there in your life. And it's paired with the Lover's card. Yeah, this is a whole lot of love. She's bringing love and compassion, and then the Lover's card brings love in capital letters to the center stage of your life. So I'm picking up that this is something romantic, very romantic, and very loving. There's a whole lot of love in these two cards for your present time. So this is not really supposed to be a love reading, but it seems like it's turning out to be that way. But it's a great thing. A lot of love. This Lover's card, yeah, you'll be coming together with this Queen of Cups. It's going to be a really loving union. Very strong. Very strong. So that's what we have for you at the present time. So let's move on down and take a look at the challenge. We have the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is paired with the Ace of Swords. Now the King of Swords stands for a powerful, opinionated, forceful man in your life. He will often, but not always, have hair on the darker end of the spectrum. You could be tempted to think only about how things affect you, especially if this card is not representing a man in your life. So consider the feelings of others before you act at this time. This King of Swords is a very forceful energy. You may not be able to get this man in your life to change his mind or to do what you want. You may need to change something major about your behavior, thoughts, or expectations, but make sure you do not overextend your reach. The King of Swords is paired with the Ace of Swords. Now, the Ace of Swords is a indicator of new beginnings of some sort in your life, possibly on several fronts. Sometimes this new beginning, it can be started by a separation of some kind from a relationship or from a job situation. Just know that as anxiety producing as such a new beginning can sometimes be, that underneath it all is good beneficial energy that's getting you to where you want to go. The Ace, it calls on us to not be afraid to make a leap if it's in our best interest. So with these two cards paired together for your challenge, there's a very forceful, opinionated, narcissistic type of man that's coming towards you. Okay, and if it's not someone coming towards you or in your life like that already, there's going to be a situation that's going to cause for you to be like that. Okay, very forceful, very opinionated, very sharp, maybe arrogant, maybe pushy, overstepping your bounds. And being that it's with the Ace of Swords, it's going to create a new beginning. So this person is going to help you create a new beginning, or some type of situation that's causing you to be like this King of Swords. It's creating probably more than one new beginning. Okay, this person is this narcissistic type. They're helping you create the new beginnings because you're separating from them. Yeah, because the Ace, like I said, it's about a separation. And you have to separate before you get this new beginning. So you're this forceful person. Yeah. You're leaving them behind. You've got the Ace of Swords. You're going to take your sword out and you're going to, you're just going to slice them out. You're going to slice out the situation. You're going to slice out the person. This narcissistic type, you know that it has to go. So whoever this is. It could be an uncle, it could be a co-worker. Someone is giving you a hard time, but you're done with it. You cut it out, and it's causing you to have several wonderful new beginnings. So that is your challenge. Now let's move on over. Take a look at the outcome. We have the Devil card, and then we have the Fool card. So the Devil card is you have to realize that no matter what your situation is, that you always have options to choose from when you get the Devil card. First things first, don't let other people tell you that your options are limited. If you come to that conclusion, be sure you're coming to that conclusion on your own. Regardless, it's going to be crucial to remember that you can free yourself from whatever restrictions are holding you back at any time you choose to do so. You may have the feeling now that you are not in control of your life. Sometimes this will happen as a result of our own actions, but more often as a byproduct of inaction. So make sure to take action, whatever steps you can, to give yourself the feeling of, however slight, of being in control, even if it's merely taking a choice on what you're going to have for dinner. Small baby steps, they're important also. So this Devil card is paired with the Fool card. Now the Fool card, it's about newness in one form or another. In many ways it indicates the open-hearted energy and innocence of a child. Because children, they're trusting, and trust forms the basis for this card. This is generally a positive card in the tarot. It's positive. It's about taking a leap. So it's positive. It's an important time to be sure that you're looking where you're going also. Because if you're trusting yourself to take a step into the unknown, that's one thing. But if you do so without any thought whatsoever, it could be a big mistake. Just like you see in the picture there, he's taking a leap without any thought whatsoever, and he's about to walk off into the, who knows, Atlantic Ocean. So yep, you got a childlike energy and you're ready to take a leap, but try to pay attention to what you're leaping into. Now, for your outcome, this Devil card and the Fool card paired together, it's basically letting you know that you've got some obsessions, some type of a devil energy, addictions, sexual lust, greed, envy, devil energy. You know what that is. Overeating, over drinking, those type of things, something like that. That's in your energy for the outcome, and you kind of just feel like hanging loose and being footloose and fancy free. But what it's saying is that be careful at this time, because you just might walk off into the Atlantic Ocean. So be smart about this time, and like I said earlier, take baby steps. Get those addictions in control. Little tiny baby steps, they're very important. So, Sagittarius, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I'll try to put a link below of the extended of this reading, and I'll go over a lot more. I'll try to, if I get caught up on the other readings that I have to do. So I just want to say thank you so very much for watching. Please comment, please subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you'll get notified when I post my next reading. I am hoping that you're having a wonderful 2020, and that your February is a very beautiful month for you. Thank you once again for watching.